the absolute best candidate for these challenging times is Kenneth Lewis. He has the heart, the character, and the intelligence, the capacity to fight for those who don't have a voice in Washington today. In a field of good Democratic candidates running, Ken Lewis is the best candidate for the times that we're living in. The guy's smart. He's got heart. He's got passion. His life story is compelling. And in a lot of ways, he reminds me of me.
Harvey Gantt's historic runs and courageous runs against Jesse Helms inspired a future president. It showed the country and the state the promise and the possibility of what North Carolina could be. And it inspired me to use this moment, this historic moment in our country, in our state, to go forward and to fulfill that promise of progress for North Carolina.
I think Ken Lewis is a fresh start, and there's a lot to be said for that in the times that we live in. In a time when people are concerned about all the money in politics and all of the special interest in politics and all of the people who owe somebody something else, and you scratch my back and I scratch yours. This is a fresh face. And that is inherently good for the country, good for North Carolina. This may be the year when people will examine skills and capacity, intelligence, and the heart to want to do the hard work that we are required to do and will have to do in these challenging times. The fact that he doesn't owe anybody anything, the fact that he has not hung around in politics for a long time and built up debts that have to be repaid, is good for this state and good for this nation.
The vision I have for North Carolina is a bright and shining star in the country, a state with plentiful resources, natural resources, educational resources, business and financial resources, to be a bright and shining star for the future of our country, where people can have good paying jobs, creating alternative energy companies, and companies that are solving the problems of the future. That's the potential for North Carolina as a leader, not only in the South, but in the country. We're going to have that kind of leadership. We're going to realize that vision only if we invest in people. Invest in people, making sure that everyone in North Carolina, regardless of their place of birth, has an opportunity to fulfill their potential, to realize their possibilities. That only happens if we invest in people and create opportunities for them. That's the vision for this campaign. That's what this campaign is all about.
North Carolina needs this generation of leaders coming forward, people just like Ken Lewis, who care about the problems of average working families in the state.
For 36 years, North Carolina sent Jesse Helms to the Senate. He stood in the doorway, blocking opportunities that many of us fought for years, and that made my life possible. This year, we have an opportunity to send to the United States Senate someone who will work just as hard and just as passionately on behalf of what is right as Jesse Helms worked on behalf of what was wrong. I need your help. Please join me in this cause. Go to my website, kenlewisforsenate.com, and make a contribution. Let's make this possible.